we on the air? Yeah, Mark, you're on the air. Oh, okay. Thank you everyone for checking out. Don't say the F word. It's me, Mark the Monster, and here's our intro from I Hate Vonnie on Instagram. Shortly, I'm gonna be joined by the big guy and his illegal brother-in-law Joe. They're going to be talking about all the things from the week of professional wrestling and doing a little prediction and preview of AEW Dynasty. Yeah, we're going to talk AEW Dynasty. Joe, is that you?
There we go.
Oh, it's working this time now.
Yeah, yep. I can see you, and I can hear you, even though I don't have ears.
That's good. That's all that matters. You can see and hear.
I got my coffee.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. This coffee is delicious, Joe.
I wouldn't drink it like that again because like you're kind of sniffing something, so don't drink it that fast, okay? Don't drink it.
Well, I mean, I guess kind of the same effect, right?
Nah, somebody might think you're doing something else that the way you drunk that coffee. So
They think I might be Tony Khan on it.
I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. It's a
Tony Khan likes coffee a lot.
Your orange furry friend. That's who it is, okay? You say hi.
Hi, little kid.
Say hi. All right, say hi. There you go. All right. Good.
My biggest fan.
That's your biggest fan, all right, yeah.
You ready for AEW Dynasty tonight, Joe?
Yes and no. I got to find it. I got to find it. You know.
Legally stream it?
Yeah. But
yeah. Legal. All things legal.
Legal.
No, except for your brother-in-lawness. That's illegal.
Legal, like trying to find it on a good decent price frame. Legal, not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
the pre-show is about to start. The buy-in that's going to start on YouTube shortly. And I think it starts at like 6:30.
It's 6:30 right now.
The people in the arena are in for a very long night of pro wrestling.
Nah, I say they'd be out by 10:30.
No way. But you see how many matches are on that card?
I did. There's like 9, I think it was.
That's 9 on the main card. I think there's like 3 on the buy-in.
Oh. Okay, I'll think about the main card. The main card. That's my fault. The main card, y'all. I'll think about the main card.
You want to talk about the main event for Dynasty with me real quick before Jeremy gets on?
I'm just going to say, I hope Swerve wins. That's all.
Is it Swerve's time?
I hope it's his time, but I'm just saying. That's what I think it should be.
Yeah. Well, the big guy, he's a big fan of Swerve Strickland, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't think Swerve wins tonight.
He got his belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let him explain it to you. But without any further ado, the big guy, Jeremy, get in here, do your job.
Whoa.
Wait, not yet. Hey, stay there. Don't get out of the room. I thought you wanted me to get in here. Get out. Get out of this. Get out of here. I'm talking to Joe. Get away. Go.
Hey.
Go.
Hey.
Get.
Hey.
Okay. He's gone.
All right, cool. We You got 30 seconds, okay? Just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's all. 30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
All right.
Go get a hat on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Also, to loyal fans out there in the world, don't forget to find us on all your lovely streaming platforms on Don't Say the F Word, okay? Before the big guy gets here and says all the names, all the places, just know you can find us on all the platforms. That's it. Just search. Google, whatever.
Yeah, Don't Say the F Word podcast. That's us.
That's it.
If you
gotta do.
see my handsome furry face, you know it's us.
Okay, there we go. All right, done deal. Now you can bounce. Now you can bounce.
Hey, you put down the protein bar. Get in here and do your podcast. Now, let's go. Chop chop. And here's Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Wow, a lot of excitement from the studio audience. That's a little unexpected. I mean, nobody cheers for me. I'm not really the guy they're here to see. They're usually here for Mr. Mark the Monster. It's generally everyone's go-to, right?
That's like having a 6-year-old. They don't care about you no more.
Oh, come on, Joe. They care about you.
Okay. If they care about me, my kid just lost his second tooth today. I told my friend about it. And look, he automatically gets some damn Skittles cotton candy.
Damn, Joe, I can knock a tooth out for you.
No,
we can make this happen.
We
can absolutely make you losing a tooth happen. No doubt about it. You don't want to
I ain't ready for dentist.
Come in with hit you with some more of the, catch you one. Yeah.
Oh, no. You just had to do that.
She might cost you a tooth, man.
Hey, it's bound to happen.
She's bringing doom.
Yeah. All right. Go. Get back over there. Go. Thank you. That's how I do it.
What a week we've already had in pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Dynasty tonight. Getting ready to start. Pre-show starting, and we might already have the pre-show. The pre-show, the buy-in might be going already, or at least the pre-show. Pre-show was 6:30. I think the buy-in was 7. Some kind of nonsense like that.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Shane Taylor, is going to be on the buy-in.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's going to make some orange juice out of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, but then, I see, this wrestling podcast I follow, they said,
is it us?
Shane Taylor. No, not us. They said, Shane Taylor, he doesn't need to be on the main platform just yet.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's absolutely absurd.
I'm not going to say name, but yeah.
Who said it? Put him out there. Put him out there on Front Street, because let's be honest.
Okay.
I'm going to be talking shit about Eric Bischoff soon. So, I mean, that's it.
It was on this past episode of WrestleMania. The guy said, Shane Taylor, he doesn't deserve to be on the main roster just yet.
Do you feel that way? What do you think? I think Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty are great together. I think the addition of Anthony Ogogo is really good.
I think he's ready.
I think they're a great faction that they could use to do some of that, the bridge of those crossover people, people who are maybe coming in for a different sport. It's Shane Taylor promotion. It's not exclusively professional wrestling, right? So we got Anthony Ogogo, world-class boxer. What if we, let's fantasy book this and let's throw some other folks in there. You got the Cleveland connection. I mean, Shane Taylor's from Cleveland.
I know.
Lorenzo Hunt would be a great addition to Shane Taylor promotion.
Girl, what you mean with the controller? Move the blanket. Thank you.
Keep it attached to the streets. Throw Dada 5,000 in the Shane Taylor promotion. Dada wants to do some professional wrestling in some degree.
I did see that. Yeah. I think it can happen. Just
I
slow
mean,
process. Slow process.
imagine they start sprinkling in some bare knuckle guys and Shane Taylor promotions. Could really be something very interesting in the world of pro wrestling to have those crossover
Do you
people.
still say your prayers?
Your prayer.
I don't know what that was. I don't know. Might be
That new
might
difficulty.
be QR code situation going on.
Oh, speaking of QR codes, ooh, it broke last night. Ooh,
What did
the broken one.
Matt Hardy?
Yeah.
Broken Matt Hardy returns to TNA. Kind of rules out him being part of whatever's going on with Bo Dallas.
The Y6, yeah. Now, I thought that was
Do
crazy.
you think he was part of that plan for bringing Bo back? Do you think it was? You think the initial thought process was we're going to bring Matt Hardy back into the fold with this and have them do some version of broken Matt Hardy?
I think they were just going to bring back. I thought, well, the original Wyatt family, but two passed away. But then you got Lexa Bliss still, and then you got Bo. So I think they'll probably bring back the originals. I don't think they want to add the broken Matt Hardy or somebody else because it just wouldn't fit in because they really wasn't a part of that character with Bray Wyatt.
Well, I mean, he was. They were the eater. What were they?
The Eater of Worlds.
Yeah, the deleter of worlds. That's what it was. Yeah.
No,
as a tag team, I thought they did well for that era of WWE. Because I mean that around that time, a lot of things in WWE were pretty god awful. Like, let's be honest. I mean, a lot of shit sucked.
18, 19, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it was not
good. Well, they were working on it, but it came around, but slowly. You got when Kratos was in charge, but yeah.
Man, we talk about things from years ago that were terrible. We once had to live through Chad Gable as Shorty G, and now this Monday on Raw we had Chad Gable's heel turn after a very, very different entrance for one Sami Zayn.
I know. When I seen that, I had a feeling he was about to turn heel at the end of that match because there was like 3 minutes left until the show went off the air. I'm like, something about to happen. Chad gonna turn heel. I had that feeling.
It wasn't inevitable, right? We knew. I mean, Chad was definitely going to turn heel on Sam. That was going to happen in due time. My question is, where do we go with Chad Gable next? I mean, are we going to keep the Alpha Academy? Is the Alpha Academy going to become a heel faction? It was initially a heel thing. They were heels out the gate. That's what this whole thing was. It was about making Otis not be goofy, kind of booking him like a monster, not quite monster level like I was hoping to see from Otis, because I would like to see Otis be booked like Vader. But still, I mean, they were heels out the gate.
I think they're going to break them up. I think tomorrow night they split up. Chad said, screw y'all. I'm going on my own and find a new partner. And that's when rumor he gets with the Creed brothers.
I could definitely see Chad Gable with the Creed brothers. However it may be to get to Chad Gable with the Creed brothers, whether we're bringing them into Alpha Academy or we're going to do something just kind of completely different, I think it certainly works.
Yeah. I got a feeling some of the Alpha Academy, they might get released. I think they might get released.
You think?
Yeah, because Otis, they don't really do that much with Otis. Then,
But there is stuff you could do with Otis. He's very he's a versatile performer. I can't see them releasing Otis.
Maxine, he doing all right in the women's division.
I mean,
And,
man, the fans eviscerate her.
yeah, and then you got
It was just terrible.
Yeah,
I think a lot of fans didn't get that. I think that's the whole gimmick. That's the whole thing of Alpha Academy. It's supposed to be people's development under Chad Gable's leadership. So I think that was kind of intentional and kind of part of the character in a way.
yeah.
But wrestling fans will wrestling fans, so that's kind of always a problem.
And then the draft Friday. Woo-hoo.
The draft starts this coming Friday, right?
Friday, the draft.
So, what do you have for draft predictions? Where do you see major shakeups taking place? What do you think is going to happen here?
Cody going to SmackDown. I think.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean,
Cody going to SmackDown.
everyone's eligible for the draft, and all three brands are part of the draft. So, like, for the first time ever, main roster people can be drafted in NXT.
No. Take that back. Since they got them brand new titles, they're going to do switch flops because the World Heavyweight Championship seems better on SmackDown than the WWE Undisputed looks better on Raw. Because
do you think Raw gets Cody and SmackDown gets Damian Priest?
Because you look at the belts say it all. They got the old school belts. SmackDown got the classic old school belt. And that World Heavyweight Championship got that old school mentality written all on it. So it'd be perfect on SmackDown.
I think Damian Priest's character makes sense to be a SmackDown character. I would have to imagine Netflix wants Cody.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
I would probably say USA also probably wants Cody. SmackDown goes to USA next year, or end of this year. SmackDown goes to USA, correct?
September, October.
Yeah, so that's whenever the Fox deal ends, and there's that little gap, and then they start on USA. So I mean, I think everywhere kind of wants Cody Rhodes. Like, he's the guy.
But Netflix paid like what, $3 billion for it?
Something like that.
So they
Something crazy like that. I mean, it was not cheap.
They're like 30 or 3 billion, one of them. But yeah, if Netflix says Cody gonna be on Raw. So that's why I say. I think
I could.
The belt. That's the way it looks.
I could see that. It makes sense. It makes sense for Netflix to get Cody. And then Damian Priest, put him on SmackDown for however long he keeps that title. I don't know that. I don't foresee Damian Priest being a champion for a long time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think?
I'll give him SummerSlam. Maybe SummerSlam.
You think SummerSlam?
We gotta see how he does on his first title defense. Then who'll be the next? And then you gotta see if the crowd reaction get with him. Because they
feel like SummerSlam will be him versus Finn Balor.
I heard about that. But also, Finn's contract is up in like 2 months, less than 2 months. He ain't resigned.
So let's touch on that. I didn't have that planned for our conversation today, but do you foresee anyone? Because there's a lot of folks contracts coming up in WWE. We have released talent over the past week with Jinder Mahal and his faction, which
they're the top 5 that ain't signed yet.
we have. I mean, we'll touch on Jinder. We'll circle back to Jinder, but Seth Rollins' contract is up in 2 months, less than 2 months. Becky Lynch's contract is up in less than 2 months. Drew McIntyre has weeks left on his contract.
3 weeks.
Then we have Finn Balor in a few months. Is there anybody else, big names that we know of for sure, who have a contract expiring soon?
I think that's the main one they talked about. Oh, who was it? He's on SmackDown. Oh, damn. It'll come to me later. But then the main ones.
So, do you see a world where any of these top-tier talents from WWE could potentially leave for AEW? Any of the names that we just went over? Do any of these people, is there even a conversation realistically to be had where these people consider, 4 years ago, I would have said absolutely. I would have said 4 years ago, I said, Seth Rollins, incredible to AEW. I would have said Finn Balor 100% should go. Finn has been represented very well within Judgment Day. Yeah, he hasn't been world champion inside of Judgment Day. That could change come SummerSlam, especially if we're looking at his title, his contract being up, and them looking to keep him. That would be a perfect timing to put the world title on him. But aside from we're going to give you the belt at SummerSlam and give you a good main event push, do you see a world where Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, or Finn Balor could leave WWE and go to AEW?
I would just say, if I had to put money on it, I would understand between Finn and Drew why they would go, because majority of their family are overseas, and if they give Will Ospreay that deal just to be there once a week, twice a week, just for 10 hours, I could do that. But I definitely would say Drew would do it because he does want to be home with his family. He talks about it a lot. He misses his family, but he on the road a lot. And I think Finn would be okay either way because he got his wife with him right here somewhere.
Right.
So, and Finn even said he hates doing it as well, but then I say in between them two, it would have to be an AEW guy.
You give those reasons for those two guys, and I think about the two who I would say absolutely not a chance, right? I would like, my initial thought is Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, no way in hell. But you make great points with the idea of family. I mean, they're on the road with their daughter. They're doing this WWE loop with their daughter.
I know.
How much work-life balance, how much quality of life could improve those two if they packed their bags and went to Jacksonville? Like, if they went to Tony Khan and AEW, I mean, they would travel together, they would work 1 day a week. They're not doing house shows, it's not a ton of overseas stuff. There's certainly far less media, which is probably a conversation to have, but I mean, there could be a lot of benefits for Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins to go to AEW.
I know.
A lot.
I know. But
could you see that? Could you see those two going?
I really can't see it. I really can't see it because they both.
If
look at like
Vince was still in charge, I would say I could see every single one of these talents we just mentioned coming to AEW. But it's no longer Vince McMahon's show.
can say this: if they gave Becky Lynch the perfect schedule, like, hey, just come to Raw. We know you got your daughter. We don't want to see you with your daughter here every 30 days out of 2 months with her, so they give her like a shot. Like, hey, here. Just
Off
come
they give
here.
her the Roman schedule.
Yeah, just show up on every Monday night, pay-per-view. That's it.
You think that could happen for her?
I think it could happen to her because you got to think about it. Before she became the man, she was really on the chop block and getting cut. She was really on that cut. She could have been gone.
You think? You think they could have? You think they would have cut Becky Lynch before Nia Jax made her a star?
If it wasn't for that punch by Nia Jax, yeah. Because you got to think about it. She was doing that little, she still was doing the little move. She had the little green outfit. She wasn't up there just yet like Charlotte Flair was. But once that punch came, it turned into another person. She became the man, became a star. She went even headlined a little bit more pay-per-views than Charlotte Flair that year when she became the man, if you put it that way.
I mean, do you feel like she's a needle mover? Like,
I feel like Charlotte, Becky, she made a name for herself in WWE. She made it at the right time frame. Literally, at the right time frame when nobody wouldn't care about the women's wrestling. She made a name. She put more women wrestling on the map more than the Bella Twins when Nikki became that heel person, but Nikki couldn't keep up because of that little torture rack she did with the back and everything. And she wasn't really that popular because of behind the scenes. She was dating John Cena. And Becky did it all by herself. No help, no nothing. Just that punch to the face. Turned her career around. Made a star for herself. Even with the four horse women's, she was in, like, she was above Bailey. Let's put it like that. If you had to put it
so I mean,
like,
so much is made out of that. The whole four horsewomen thing. I've been pretty open and honest. Women's pro wrestling is not booked for me. It's not my thing. But is anyone that from that stable, are any of them actual needle movers? Like, I'm gonna play this for your boy Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson. My question to you is: if Becky Lynch left and went to AEW, does that move the needle? Is that a net positive for AEW? But here's Conrad and Eric Bischoff talking about another member of the Four Horsemen stable.
Did you think? Some people were saying online that may have been a bait and switch to say that she'll be appearing on the show. She did technically appear on the show. She just wasn't in front of fans. And I'm kind of shocked that she's not wrestling on pay-per-view this weekend. What did you think of the announcement? Did you consider that a bait and switch? And would you have had her wrestle before the May pay-per-view?
I would have had her wrestle before the May pay-per-view. I would have actually tried to build her up in a way to make her interesting and compelling. Right now, I predicted. I was asked. It's not that I came out and started throwing my shit around just hoping that somebody would be interested. I was asked the question months and months and months ago, do you think Mercedes Moné will have any impact in AEW? And without even taking a deep enough breath to express the one-syllable answer to that, it was no. It was, she's not. She hasn't, and she won't. And that's self-inflicted. It has nothing to do with.
So, as you know, I hate to ever agree with Eric Bischoff, but I also said that this isn't going to be a needle mover. Like, you're like, oh, well, she's not going to sell out arenas. Of course she is. I don't think a female performer is going to, just because of how women's pro wrestling is booked. But they play a little bit more what it is he has to say here.
oh,
This is where I kind of disagree with them in some ways.
or what she's capable of as a talent. It's the environment she's in. It is dysfunctionally creative. It is dysfunctional creatively. There is a lack of vision. It's just impossible for anybody to show up and have an impact or move the needle or change the game or whatever euphemism you want to use.
So that's Bischoff pretty much saying that no one could ever show up in AEW and move the needle because AEW is dysfunctional and AEW isn't creative. And that's where I'm going to completely disagree with that dipshit. And it's not that it's AEW. It's that nobody cares. Like, it's the reality of what the situation is. I think I don't think they're booking WWE and AEW both. I don't think it's necessarily booked for pro wrestling fans. I don't think it's necessarily booked to gain the interest of a younger female audience. I think women's pro wrestling has been historically booked for Vince McMahon level perverts who just want to sexualize female performers. And I think that's the reason why you're not going to take someone and put them into another promotion, have it sell a ton of tickets, because they're not buying tickets to see those women wrestle. If that was the case, a lot of your female wrestlers would be starting OnlyFans. They'd be banking on merchandise sales and all these different things. It'd be the upside of their contract. That'd be where it's at. So I don't think I think it's the industry itself that's kind of the blame there. It's not an AEW doesn't know what to do with a Sasha Banks. They said there's nothing to do with a Sasha Banks.
They really ain't.
So I don't know that I don't know that Becky would be a needle mover. I don't think any female performer would be. Seth Rollins would be, yeah.
I'll say
Finn Balor, maybe to a degree, just because of the interest. I don't think he's got the popularity that maybe he once had. But I think he could bring that back if he came back and did the Prince Devitt shtick. And maybe we got a little bit more of what that demon story was that was taking place in Japan versus what WWE main roster did to the demon for Finn.
well,
But that would take time because AEW it's a place where comedy wrestling can happen, but spooky wrestling only works for the House of Black. Like nobody else can really do spooky in AEW. It doesn't fit. Broken Matt Hardy did not fit in AEW at all. It was a pandemic. There weren't fans, so it was a little weird. But I don't know. What do you think? What Bischoff said? Is it that AEW's not a creative space for a wrestler to get over?
I have to agree with him.
I hate that you always agree with Bischoff.
No.
All the time, you gotta agree with Eric Bischoff.
No, because I heard it. I heard that last night. I heard that same time. I heard him talk about it, and only reason why I say I agree with him is the simple fact: if you look at it, you got all them guys there and females, but you only know about the certain, let's say, top 5. I ain't gonna say no names. You just know about the certain top 5 women and top 5 men. Then you got the bottom 5, 15 that you know of, but you barely see them because the top 5 are always, you see them every week. You hear about them. Now, how you expect to push everybody else that's below them when you see the EVPs trying to make a name for themselves, getting the tag team belts back when they got other tag teams there that deserve it more than them. Then you got your championship with Samoa Joe. Like, hey, if Swerve gets it, I'll be happy about that. But then you got to think about the time when Danny Garcia almost had a shot at that title, but then they threw it away because they didn't think he was a top guy just yet. And then
I don't know if that's the opinion inside of AEW. I mean, if you look at what the Dynasty card is, you look at who has been considered to be AEW's top talent over the last 4.5 years. Because I mean, it's not don't have that lengthy time with WWE to have guys with 20-year careers inside the company like Randy Orton, things like that. But if you look at it, like who your top guys are, talk about you're missing those main eventers tonight, and this card is still unbelievably stacked and set up to be just very entertaining. We don't have Hangman Page, we don't have Kenny Omega, we don't have MJF. Those guys who were like, we don't have Adam Cole. Those guys who were put into those spots. You know, this card doesn't have John Moxley isn't on this card. You know, your people who they talk about, oh, well, all AEW did was poach guys from WWE and take guys who were, you know, this whole thing is that AEW is like the hospice for WWE guys to go and die off. Well, there's not a single one of those guys on the card. Miro's not here. Claudio's not on this card. Moxley's not here. Jericho is, but he's featured in a match to put over a younger guy who I will say they probably missed the boat to capitalize on Hook, and he ain't great. Let's not bullshit that one. I'm not gonna try and sit here and tell you Hook is fantastic.
Hook needs to work on his mic skills. That's it. His mic skills.
There's a lot that needs to be worked on that Hook character. Whenever he wasn't performing and the fans were, you know, chanting, doing the send Hook thing, it became kind of a meme. That would have been the time to capitalize, just to kind of just appease the fans, and then you could have buried him a bit after that. I don't know what you do with that kid. I don't. If I had the pencil, I truly don't know, like, how I would book him, because it's kind of perplexing. Because they talk a lot about Taz being his dad, but there's nothing about his presentation that resonates with Taz's fan base. So there's probably not a reason to discuss the fact that Taz is his dad if you're not going to. Like, the FTW title became worthless.
I say the only thing he represents with his dad is he comes out with the black and orange. That's about it, black and orange.
Yeah, and he has the FTW title. And had they waited to bring that back, to put that on Hook, that wouldn't matter. But the fact that they had it on Brian Cage, then they put it on Ricky Starks, once it got on as his son, it was devalued. It didn't mean anything. The fact that he's defending it against Chris Jericho, and wait, Jungle Boy had it too, right? Jungle Boy was FTW champ.
He's about to throw in the trash.
Yeah, so fire. I mean, where's the value of this title? It's not even an AEW title. It has his made up. It wasn't even an ECW title. So I don't know what I would do with that kid. I really don't. He needs he probably should have been worked into a tag team of someone who is his polar opposite. Like, him and Will Hobbs should have been tag.
You know what's happening, right?
What?
WWE wants him.
Yeah. He'd be good in NXT. Honestly, Hook in NXT would make more sense because I think they could give him a character. Hook, Taz's son, isn't a character. So for everyone out there who says, you know, I'm always, you know, defending AEW things, I'm not defending the Hook shtick. I also didn't defend Jack Perry as a heel, but he's probably returning.
I would say Hook was good when he didn't talk. If he came out being a silent person, didn't say nothing, just fought people. Yeah. That's when he was good. That's when he was good.
Yeah.
The moment he got that microphone,
he would have just came out silent assassin. Or if he'd have been the glue that kept Team Taz together, of all the other guys mentoring him, that would have made some sense. Yeah. But him standing alone doesn't really work because he's like 140 pounds.
Here you go. And like spend his money at the strip club.
I don't know. I guess it's probably a character that's supposed to resonate with a younger audience than us. So maybe that's the issue. Mm-hmm. We're hitting on those matches of tonight. You know, House of Black trios match against Copeland, Kingston, and Briscoe. That should be at least a fun match. That'll probably be the first match of the main card.
You know,
Who you got there? Who you got in that trios
I'm just
match?
gonna say this: the House of Black needs to get them trio belts back. I don't care which one. They AEW or the Ring of Honor. They need them trio belts back.
I think they should carry both. I think they should be the trios gods. I'd still argue, I'd love to reach back into the time machine article and podcast I did, right out there. It was one of the early ones where everybody in House of Black was hurt except for Brody. And Brody King should be looked as a monster. He should just be wrecking people. He should be an unstoppable force. He should be further up on the card than doing the trios matches. As much as I'm a fan of everybody inside of House of Black, he's the guy who should be standing head and shoulders above everybody. You can still Malachi could still be the leader, but Brody probably needs to be the king.
And Buddy Murphy, oh damn, he good too. They give him
Buddy Murphy is so damn good. It has been for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Those are guys who could be doing something. If we were actually building a trios division in AEW and Ring of Honor, or something with some substance, I could see having them reign supreme. But I just feel like there's more for those guys. But who do you got in that? You think House of Black wins?
House of Black.
Yeah, the House always wins. We got Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly, AEW International Championship. I guess my question for you in this one, other than who do you have winning, is who do you have interfering? Is Bobby Fish coming back, or is Adam Cole making his return?
Adam Cole ain't coming back this year. Fish.
Is there a way for Bobby Fish to return to AEW? Or did he thoroughly burn that bridge?
I think he really burned that bridge big time. So unless, I'll say this: the only way Bobby Fish would interfere in that match is if they worked out some deal. He apologized. They made up some way. But Bobby Fish interfered to help O'Reilly win. That'd be great.
Right? That's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping he didn't thoroughly burn that bridge, or they were able to rebuild, and we can get Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish back together. I don't think we need to go with Undisputed Era. Ken, I don't think we got to redo NXT Black and Gold. That can just stay where it was at. We don't got to go back to it. But I would like to see those two as a tag team, because I think they would bring some extra life into the tag team division.
Yeah, the Red Dragons, they were, right? Yeah, the Red Dragons.
Yep, good old Redragon.
Yeah.
Then you got Julia Hart, Willow Nightingale. That's your wheelhouse.
I'm going Hart.
Big Julia Hart's got that.
He's still with the House of Black. I'm going Hart.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess it's probably going to be Mercedes' first title to take off. She can take that off of her, I would imagine. Then we have yet another title match. Literally, this pay-per-view is all title matches. That's an important thing with AEW right now. Like, they have figured out a system where there is no filler in their pay-per-views. Everything is a title match except for that trios match. FTW is still a championship. It's still labeled as a championship match. I don't agree with it, but whatever. So we have AEW's Continental Championship is on the line. Okada versus Pac.
I want Pac to win. I really want Pac to win. I want Pac to win.
You want Pac over Okada?
I want Pac over. Yeah, really. I'm just saying this. I lie, y'all. I'll be the bad person. I'll be the bad person for one.
Oh,
okay?
Finally, Joe's going to be the bad guy and have an unpopular opinion. It's not just going to be me getting all the heat.
My thing is this. Pac can do a hell of a lot more moves than Okada. Pac knows what he's doing. And the Rainmaker, I watched it several times in AEW. I just watched it. It's there, but it's not like the clothesline from hell like JBL did. JBL had that way better. Now, the Rainmaker, it just, as you see him do it, he does it real slow. He doesn't do it real fast. Like, you knock somebody out. He does it so damn slow.
Well, it's just
I tried.
short arm clothesline.
I know.
I mean, it's really hard in 2024 to sell a clothesline as your finisher. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, I mean, Moxley doesn't even finish him with the King Kong Lariat, other than when he knocked out Hangman. Oh, here we go. We got Orange Cassidy confronting Trent, part of the buy-in right now. But so, do you think Okada can get to main event status in AEW? I don't mean being in the match. I mean, do you think he gets looked at as a main eventer in AEW at any point in time? Or do you think Tony Khan just shelled out a shitload of money for a mid-carder?
I think he's gonna be a main card guy as long as he's still with the EVPs. But right now, hey, what's he doing? Girl, you just had a snack. Them apples ain't cheap.
You should say them apples ain't cheap. Come on.
Let's go.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Inflation has hit the illegal brother-in-law's household. Those apples ain't cheap.
No, it's a little set with apples, and they got this little snacks on the side. So like that's like a $4 little snack tray right there. So yeah, So, there you go.
Here we go. Shane Taylor Promotions coming out.
Okay.
I think we can get away with this briefly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully a future guest on the show. Still trying to work that out.
Okay.
Didn't want to release that information on the Joe Monroe show. But, we'll see what happens. Then you have AEW Women's World Title, Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. Who do you got in that one, Joe? Again, that's your wheelhouse.
I really don't care for this match. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't care for this match. No? But
why not? What is the issue for you with this match? What don't you like about it?
The timeless Toni Storm it's okay. It's an okay character. Then the Thunder Roll.
A lot of people really think it's fantastic. You're not a fan?
I'm not a fan of it. She go back in time, but I'm not a fan of it. And the Thunder Roll thing, I'd say feeling this match. I'll keep it real. I ain't feeling this match. I ain't feeling it.
Then we have the AEW Tag Team Championship on the line in the ladder match. We have FTR versus the EVPs, Nick and Matt Jackson. Oddly enough, on the official AEW graphic for AEW Dynasty, they still have them tagged as being the Young Bucks. They don't have it as Nick and Matt Jackson. It's the Young Bucks versus FTR. I thought that was interesting because everything on TV, they are not being referred to as the Young Bucks anymore.
I think they made that clip way ahead of time, and they didn't have time to fix it.
They didn't have time to go back and make that right. I mean, I could have fixed it for them. I would have done it.
I mean, yeah, but I think they didn't have time to edit.
They would have had to pay me. I'm not going to do it for free, but I would have done it.
See, but if I had to guess, I would say I want FTR to win, but I just got a feeling. I feel the EVPs, they got a trick up their sleeves. Like somebody besides Okada is going to interfere.
Jungle Boy.
Somebody. I don't know who, but somebody.
I think Jungle Boy comes out. That his match will have a lot of stuff happen in it. And right as FTR is about to get those titles, I think Jungle Boy is going to come out and dump him off the ladder. He's going to do something to cost them the tag titles, so that way I think you'll see Jungle Boy aligned with the EVPs. I don't know if he'll be part of the new Elite or not, but I think the fact that they put him over when they released the footage, I think It's inevitable. It's great foreshadowing that Jungle Boy is going to be with them. I don't know if this gets me to buy Jungle Boy as a heel or not, because I still don't think I'm sold. Like, honestly.
That's why he over in New Japan trying to make a name for himself right now. We gotta give him
But
time.
I really hope that they don't just continue to lean into the Punk Jungle Boy bullshit. It's time to put that to bed. Nobody gives a shit. Let's just
You know
stop.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The other day, I was gonna text you this, but I said nah. But the other day, no lie, all my news feed on YouTube, it kept talking about that match, about the Jungle Boy and CM Punk incident. They kept talking about the whole day. That's all I seen.
I mean,
and it was like over.
It was really, it consumed. It always does. If there's controversy around CM Punk, it consumes the wrestling fandom. I intentionally didn't really do much about it because I don't really care. Like, it just really, truly, it's done. It's over with. I think, before Punk ever came to AEW, Cody Rhodes said he felt as though CM Punk belonged in WWE, and that's where he would end up at eventually anyway. Remember, he kept getting asked about Punk coming to AEW. I think Cody was just right. Punk belongs in WWE. All his, I'm the voice of the voiceless, and he's going to talk shit and bury the company. He was just a profound hypocrite. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of, I'm a fan of the character. Often I'm a fan of the CM Punk character. I mean, got my Chicago Bullet Club hat on all the time. But as a person, I mean, it's very hypocritical. He belongs in a place where someone can handle him and control him, and he can't act like a bully because he's not a very good bully. He's kind of, I think, as a person, probably one of the worst kind of people to be around. He's that old guy who's trying to, puff his chest out on young people and assert his authority that he doesn't really have.
He's the new modern-day version of JBL.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair assessment. He's modern-day JBL, and as much as he tries to, at least JBL was up front and in your face, and he was an asshole and a piece of shit. Punk lies about it, and I mean, the writing's on the wall. Like I said last week, him saying he was thinking about shooting the double leg on Hangman Page is a flat-out lie because he can't shoot a double leg, and nor did anyone else, find me video of CM Punk shooting a double leg on someone that looked like he could do it in a real fight, because he can't fight. He's not a tough guy, and no one is intimidated by him.
In my defense, you said it couldn't be one of the gyms. So
I said it couldn't be like a stage, like, oh, someone standing here allowing me to shoot a double leg. It needed to be at least live sparring, or someone at least attempting to defend it. And the video doesn't exist because he can't shoot a double leg. He can't fight. He's unskilled in combat sports and legitimate combat sports.
Okay.
Sure, he's a good pro wrestler. I wouldn't say he's great. He's good. But he's not a fighter. He's got to stop pretending that he is.
Baby, remind me to find that video. Just tell me to find the video later.
You ain't
Just
going
tell me
to
that
find
later.
one, man. Don't exist. Now
Yeah.
we have, I guess, I was wrong. I said everything's a title match. One match is not. It was not officially. Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I figured that would be the next one.
I mean, I would say the title is who gets to call himself the best wrestler in the world right now.
Woo.
Who wins this?
Woo. Woo. You know who's going to win this?
The fans.
The time is going to win this.
Time limit draw.
Time limit, you're going to win this one.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I'm saying time
Thinking we're probably going to end up with a series of these matches, and I would guess the last match, Bryan Danielson wrestles as part of this full-time deal will probably be his final match against Will Ospreay. And I really hope that one is an Iron Man match.
I really hope.
I hope this is a 30-minute time limit, and they go to the draw. And then next time we see them, it's a 60-minute Iron Man match.
I just hope they don't build it up like Undertaker versus Shawn with their career I hope they don't build it up like that. That's all.
I think they should just tell us straight up that it's his last match and it's going to be an Iron Man match with Will Ospreay, and let's just see what happens. I would have liked for it to have been him against Kenny, but I don't think Kenny's going to be back anytime in the near future. He was on his Twitch stream, and it sounds like he's going to have surgery for his diverticulitis, so hopefully he heals up well. And Shane Taylor just smashed Orange Cassidy. But I think Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay, probably a good feud for 2024 for Danielson to hang it up with.
Yeah. Time wins this time.
That's what I was thinking too. Time limit draw. I think it's the best option. Don't give us a winner of this yet, because let us want it again. AEW World Championship, Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland. I overheard you and Mark. So you're saying Swerve has this?
You know, it's a toss-up. I really want Swerve to win. I do. But after watching Samoa Joe, what he did the other night to him, it's a toss-up. I really want Swerve to win. I know Joe can win too. Even though my name is Joe, I got to keep representing Joe's. But I really want Swerve to win. So it's like a good toss-up. So
my concern with this, Swerve did pick up the belt on Wednesday night, and you don't pick up the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But I, like I said last summer, man, I put out the article on our website about how I thought Swerve was already ready for the main event and should be there. I'm not saying he shouldn't be world champion. I'm just saying he shouldn't beat Samoa Joe tonight for the world title. Hangman Page should cost him this title again.
I think they need to give that. They need to leave that to rest. Him and Hangman, they need
to be joined at the hip. Like they can't put this to us. This is Rock Austin. This should exist.
Low power, please charge it.
Soundboard, battery. That's all right. We're almost done.
But I really think the Hangman and Swerve, that's done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for now. Maybe later on this year, but right now it should be just a wrap. If you done no with.
So do you think Swerve wins? We got to pick. I say Samoa Joe by interference with Hangman and Page.
I'm going Swerve. Yeah. What? Bella is in Florida. She can't give you no popsicle. Go. Bella can't give you no popsicle when she's in Florida. Go.
Well, with that, we got our predictions in. We're looking ahead to Dynasty. Send everyone back. Everyone, sit for our show. Go get in there. Check out the buy-in. Shane Taylor Promotions right now against Orange Cassidy. I think we're in for a great pay-per-view. I don't care what the pay-per-view buys are. I don't care what the live attendance gate is. But this is going to be great matches, bell to bell. Make sure you guys check out AEW Dynasty tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw. I have 0 predictions for Monday Night Raw.
Monday. I'm going to say the tag team belts, the match, the Miz and DIY. I say.
You think DIY takes those titles?
I think DIY turns heel if they lose.
I was thinking if they lost, Ciampa was going to turn on Gargano.
It's going to be one of them.
I don't think they should do that yet. I really think DIY should continue to go for a little while longer, so hopefully they don't lose. But if they lose, I think Ciampa turns on Gargano. And I think that might be pulling the trigger on too quick, but Ciampa gets hurt a lot, so we can't wait forever.
And I'm gonna say my last pick, Chad Gable comes out and tell the world why he did that to Sami Zayn.
We will for sure have that. So hopefully that gets built upon a little bit. With that, everyone, thank you for checking us out live right here on Instagram anyone who's not catching us live on Instagram, thank you for checking us out wherever it is you find us: Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, YouTube Music, where Apple Pod, whatever podcasting platform you're checking out. Don't say the F word. We appreciate you. And remember, we don't use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. Joe, thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah.
And we're out. Go watch AEW.
All right, about to find it. Yeah. Yeah.